See, I'm riding high. Whoa.
Player, give me some brew and I might just chill. But I'm the type to like to light another joint like Cypress Hill. I still do be spit loogies when I puff on it. I got some bucks on it, but it ain't enough on it.
I got 5 on it. Kinda broke the scene, y'all. So all I got is 5. I got 5.
I take it back and make it shine one time, cause I know you niggas never seen the grind like mine. I know my rep is crucial, I wrote the fucking rule book, and now I'm here to do my thing, and what you gon' do, bro?
Ain't no game, smile on my face even through the pain.
You know I don't play right.
Ooh, see, I'm riding high. I got 5 on it.
Yo, this your boy Yuck Mouth from the Loonies, baby. Want y'all to tap in and tell a friend we gonna be performing live Saturday, April the 11th, man, at Coops. That's right, man. Show up and show out and smoke out at Coops, man. This is the month of 420, man, and we gonna kick it off early, man. AZ, what we doing, Arizona? Yada. Oh, boy.
What it do? What's good? What is good, folks? Another Wednesday, another week, another brand new episode of PD&J. What's good today? I am your host, Jay.
Hulk smash.
Hulk. But you don't have the Hulk.
Yes, I do.
It's Iron Man.
But look who he's beating. The Hulk, the Red Hulk.
But it's Iron Man.
Beating on the Red Hulk.
But Hulk didn't smash it. Iron Man is beating the shit
Hulk
out.
smash.
Okay.
Hulk smashed.
Okay. Oh, he smashed? We're not doing that. We got lots to talk about this week, yo. So let's just dive right into it. Hope all your guys this week have been nice and productive. No, we were planning on doing it until last week. However, a little bit of a family emergency came up, and we did not do a show. My prayers go out to our people out back east, specifically in Pennsylvania, Virginia, even down south. The weather, everything like that. But
The whole East Coast.
the whole East Coast too, including Florida. I got family in Florida, and I got hit yesterday with a text talking about they was in the 40s. And that's common.
They don't know what to do.
That's a common. So everybody that's dealing with that storm back east and down south, you know what I mean, our prayers are with you. But especially to a specific family out in Pennsylvania, you know what I mean, my thoughts and my prayers are with you. Let's get right into it. Pike, how you doing?
I am doing G-rate.
G-rate?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, got you.
G-rate. Not great. I'm not just great. Shout out Truly. What's up, man? Good seeing you. Again, like Jace just shout out, I'm gonna just put it like this: keep my family in your prayers, my in-laws as they go through what they're going through. Yeah, so we appreciate that, and appreciate those of you that have reached out. We appreciate the love. But
I like this new set though, bro. We had it for a couple of weeks, and I ain't said nothing about it, but I'm digging this shit. This set is pretty hot, bro. This is probably the best one that we had. Hey, long time no see.
Yo, come on. Well, you know what? I mean, they had a heat spell. It was like 35 the other day. I was like, man, yo, going out in your shorts or something? 35 degrees?
Man, yeah. Back east, they getting it bad. Like my father-in-law, last night I talked to him. He said with the wind chill, -3. And snow.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I forgot what that is. I don't want to remember that. I just look at it. I got goosebumps. Goosebumps, man. I need my jacket.
Bro, like,
can I get a jacket?
Hey, look. As much as I said I don't want to get up out of here, it's shit like this that makes me realize why I have not.
All talk.
Look, she said, "What is snow?" And I'm oh, it's funny. It's funny. So let's get into it. So this year, again, we're taking a different approach on how we go about it. We're giving references in regards to topics of what we discuss, right? Because last year, what we would do, we bring up a topic in regards to what we saw, what we read, but we didn't have a reference for our people to look at, right? So this year, we're giving you a reference in regards to the basis of the platform of what we're talking about.
Now, here's the thing. I hope y'all can read. We didn't check because some people can't, right? So
I'm not laughing because there's really some people that don't know how to read.
And what I mean by that is, all right, let me put it this way. I guess I said that wrong. We know y'all can read, but can you see? Because what happens, some people say, hey, where?
No, hold on. No. Reading and comprehension.
Okay, yeah,
okay.
That's a better way to put it. Because
I mean,
what people will see, they will see something and it's like, where did you get that from? Bro, it's watermarked right there. It's right there in the corner. Can you not see?
At the end of the day, it's like you can read it, you can hear it, but the fact is, can you comprehend it? Correct?
Obviously not.
Okay.
In this day and age, one, you got to ask that question. You have to ask that question.
Oh, before we proceed further, plug April 11th. If you haven't gotten your tickets for the Yuck Mouth show, definitely go and get your tickets. Because this event's going to be live.
Because y'all might not have read the promo or saw the promo.
Oh, my God.
Because it had the date.
Oh.
So you had to, again, announce the date. Announce the date.
Both, actually. Because the way these people be spelling nowadays is like.
Oh, my God.
Pronouncing it. It's like, whoa,
yeah,
bro.
The funny, remember I think I said it to you about the balloon button.
Yeah, that's the whole video. Yeah. I saw that. The balloon button. Cable people come out and they gave me a box.
They gave me a box,
and my balloon button ain't working. The customer service rep is like, "What the fuck is
the what? Like the balloon? I'm like the balloon. What is the? He's like, the balloon. Okay. Then he goes like, well, you look at that where the balloon button is. You see on the left and the right, he's like, yeah. You have the Chanel button. He was like, yeah. I see that. It's like, okay, now below that, you have the Mute. Button.
It's all like, the volume. It's all like, yeah, balloon. She was like, just push the plus button.
It's like, do you see the Mute button? Yeah. Hit that. Now try to hit the balloon button, the plus. Oh man, thanks, bro. Good looking out.
You know what's funny? I saw a video yesterday. Dude, it was from Christmas of last year, but dude did like a 10-day to Christmas gift to his girl, right? So it was day one. Now they've been together for 15 years. She's always been asking for a bag, a Chanel bag. So the first day of Christmas, or the first day of the gift to Christmas, he gives her something that's wrapped up and everything like that. And I don't know what this thing is with y'all females with.
Oh, clock it. The clock.
I don't know, my man. I don't know, whatever. She doing that shit throughout the whole motherfucking video, right? So she excited, and then she unwraps the gift, right? It's an actual Chanel bag that you put the shit that you bought.
The shopping
bag. And it got Chanel on them, motherfucker. He said, "Babe, you always said you wanted a Chanel bag, so here you go. I got it."
Oh man, that's hilarious. I know we slipped one out.
I know we
slipped one over.
I'm like, be careful what you ask for. You just might get it. You asked for a Chanel bag. It's a bag with Chanel on it. It came from the. He's like, I don't know why you ain't never had one. You just go up to the desk. They
ask you one. They give you one free of charge. Oh my goodness.
Oh shit, that was fucking hilarious. Oh my god. All right, let's get into it. All right, we had our laugh.
Got totally off schedule.
Oh shit. All right, so
make sure you check your balloon though.
So there's a video in regards to, and everybody has posed this question, right? And I got a video that's going to put a little bit perspective on this, and we're going to talk about it. But what if this land was supposedly left to the rich?
Well, the 1%ers. Just not the rich.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad you broke it down. I'm going to play this video, and then we're going to talk about
it. So what happens if we actually did it? If we actually left this country?
There was a little bit of a volume error in there, so let me see if
it might have been us though, not them.
It might have been. However, I just want to go back and see if this is gonna work.
So what happens if we actually did it? If we actually left this country to the rich? If every working class person, every teacher, every nurse, every driver, every cleaner, every warehouse worker just said, "Fuck it, it's yours." Let's really talk about what that would look like, right? Now, keep in mind, when I'm talking about rich, I'm talking about billionaires. Their grocery stores would shut down in 3 days. No deliveries, no restocks, no cashiers. Their kids' private schools? Closed. Because teachers don't work for exposure. No bus drivers, no flight attendants, no mechanics. This country would look like a luxury hotel with no staff. Gold chandeliers, but the toilets don't flush. Ew. And within a month, the markets would crash. Because all those billion-dollar companies depend on labor that they refuse to value. The garbage won't get picked up. Hospitals will be full of patients but empty of nurses. Even the military, the muscle of this nation, it would fall apart. Because most of its recruits come from the same communities that they underpay and ignore. See, the rich own everything but the skill to make anything work. They've never had to fix a power line, drive a truck, or keep a kid alive during night shift. Their power only exists because everyone else keeps showing up. Take that away and the elite become what they fear the most. Irrelevant. So no, I can't leave this country to them because they don't know how to run it. They only know how to profit from it. And if all the people who hold this thing together actually decide to stop, really just stop, the rich wouldn't just lose their wealth. They'd lose the illusion that they were ever in control. They can't survive without us. They never could. The only reason it feels like they can is because we've been tricked into believing that this country belonged to them in the first place. If we leave, y'all are cooked. Man, maybe I kind of want to see that.
Maybe. So, like I said, y'all know how this works. Comment section is open. Let us know what your thoughts is. We're going to give you our take on it. So, very powerful words, but also very true if you sit back and you think about the landscape of how she described that, right? Now, let us say that there are self-made, right? There are self-made that know how to do that. Now, would it be a bitch for them have to mow 5 acres of fucking lawn and do all this shit?
But here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing is a lot of those self-made, they do that stuff. So they don't want nobody doing it for them. That's how they keep their money.
Correct. Right? But we're not talking about those. That's one of very few. Let's be real. There's more worker bees out here than there are the 1%ers or the billionaires, right? So if we literally did what she said and left the shit, and I literally mean that, the shit, because that's all this is at this point, to them, as is, right now, right? What would happen? Do you think they would survive as a population?
I mean, they'll survive. I mean, they'll figure out a way to do it. I mean, you got to know that.
Okay.
You got to think also. So, and here's bringing that aspect of we all left, but the thing is, they're trying to take jobs from us anyway. They're using drones. They're using AI. They're using robots. So, I mean, technically, it's already been to the point where we could probably leave. And a lot of time, you know what the billionaires will probably say? Well, fine, y'all go ahead. I'll just
you know the crazy part
we'll figure it out.
You know the crazy part about it, and I think I said this shit on the show a couple of years ago when we first started. The shit is reminding me of a movie called Ready Player One. If you've ever seen that movie, the way that they live, right?
I would have said iRobot though.
iRobot too, right?
Or iRobot. The robots were pretty much doing everything.
Correct. iRobot is good too, but if anybody has seen Ready Player One and think about the perspective in life, it's kind of similar.
We got
Teamwork makes the dream work. The truth of the matter is most of these cats are selfish and have poor sportsmen.
But here's where I want to come from a worker bee aspect. How many times have you ran into a worker bee that is a true bee? Like they don't greet, they act like they got an attitude, they're unhappy with their job. You might as well go home. I'd be better off helping myself.
True.
So, like what she says, I understand what she's saying, but when you literally, when you break it down, right? When you break it down to the itty bitty pieces for everyone to understand, yes, it's going to be harder for things to get by in some aspect, but in some other ways, they would rather not even deal with you in the first place because you got an attitude.
But I think it's more so in the aspect of her taking the approach of millionaires not being billionaires. You feel me? Like at the end of the day, you got all these billions of dollars. Now, if you don't have a job, you don't have some money, and if you don't have money, how you gonna buy something?
These cats are exactly the price. This goes back to, remember, I think I said a statement before, like everyone promotes their people being kings and queens, and not everybody is a king and a queen. There are some people that are just not cut, that they're not cut from that cloth.
They don't have that drive. They don't have that. They're not blessed from that cloth. It's not that they ain't cut from the cloth.
That's not their lane.
Yeah,
not their
exactly.
Lane. Just like people that
some people find that lane, and there's some peasants that get into royalty, right? But they got that. You know what I mean?
They got that.
That je ne sais quoi. You know what I mean?
Because you got the ones that I'm going to go to this. That when COVID hit, I want to start my own business. Oh, okay. What kind of business? Not exactly sure yet, but I'm going to try a few things and see if they work.
And I'm going to get all this PPP money. And now I'm sitting behind the jail cell for 5 to 10 years.
Because I used the PPP money. What did you do? I bought a Benz. I bought
a boat.
I bought a mansion.
I bought a church.
It turned into a bedroom, like a mansion. I'm like, what?
Oh shit! No, but here's the thing about, and this is something that I do want to point out. You pointed this out, and it's a very good point. Now, a lot of the viewers that we have, let's just be real, are of our complexion, right? The video that was played was being spoken about from
a black woman,
young black woman. Okay.
And what I said was, I was like, I wonder how the impact of this would be if it came from
a prominent
white person,
authoritative white person that said that.
Like a Supreme Court justice, a senator.
And for me purposely, but I'll be honest with you, a big part of me would not want to believe them, right? And I said this to you, but it would kind of be more impactful.
And then the person I came up with, remember, I said, you know what, Mark Cuban.
It took you a minute to think of it.
Yeah, I couldn't think of his name. I couldn't think of his name.
At the end of the day, I'm like, if it came from somebody like John F. Kennedy at that time, in that era, that shit would have been very monumental and impactful, right? And I hate to admit it, no disrespect, and I say this respectfully, but there is no prominent white person in power or authority that I trust that would say something like that I would believe. Right?
And then when I get
Mark Cuban, you thought about it and you was like, yeah, Mark Cuban. I said,
he's a billionaire, self-made. And if he came out and said something like that,
I would kind of pay attention to it a little bit more than everybody else. Right? I would still be skeptical.
And here's another reason why I came with his name, because you got to think about it. He's been kind of behind this.
He's backed the minority community in every aspect of the world.
And he's backed it with his money, not just with words. He's backed it with his money.
And action.
Yeah.
Because he's out there in the streets protesting too.
So it's not like he's not doing his part. As a matter of fact, I like how he's basically said he sold majority of the Mavericks, so they wouldn't be affected with any moves that he made.
Correct. Financially, correct.
And not just financially, but he basically he sold the majority of the stakes. He's like, I'm going to do this so he can do what he needs to do with Big Pharma and things like that.
And the crazy part about it, even though he's not majority owner, he's still impactful, meaning that
he's still the governor.
Yeah, he still got the final say so.
Except for that Luka trade, which
Well, yeah. And he was mad about that.
Yeah, it was what happened? I think he was out somewhere. He came back like,
we did out the country.
He's like, we did
he was
what?
out the country. Yeah.
I don't know if he was out the country for sure.
No,
But
he was out the
I
country.
was like, he came back and was like,
yeah.
We did what? We traded who?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. And then Dirk Nowitzki left the team and everything. Everybody turned their back on the Mavericks.
So, yeah. In regards to that video, everybody, I'm sure they have their opinions, their thoughts. And that's the beauty part about living in this corporation that we call a country. We have that freedom to have our own opinions and our own thoughts.
And you know what the best thing about that was? It's the best thing about that. In this current climate of what's going on with the volatile nature of everything happening,
there
was nothing negative said in that.
Nothing.
There was no call to action.
No.
There was a call to there was a call to action, but it was one of those, I need to think about that.
Correct. It was one of them type of things that make you go,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Make you think about it like, wow,
I never about call to action. Great segue into this next clip. Now, I've gone on record and said.
Now, was it a broken record or was it a good record?
It's a good record.
Not remixed, right?
No, original. All right. Gone on record and I've said the younger generation makes me a little bit worried just for the simple fact of the matter that it just didn't seem like they wasn't paying attention to shit that was going on currently.
Worried about the future leaders of America.
Correct. All right, that's a better way to say it, right? It's like, where are they? Right? That's what I was feeling. And that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, where are they? Right? I saw a clip. Now, again, everybody has their own views. Everybody has their own thoughts. Everybody has their own feelings. And I respect everybody's for their individual's feelings.
I'm just be quiet on it. Go ahead.
This next clip kind of gave me hope in regards to the younger generation in regards to direction of future leaders. Now, regardless if it's political, so regardless if you're pro-Trump, anti-Trump, that doesn't matter. If you pay attention to the message behind everything of what they're saying, let's talk about it.
No,
go ahead.
I'm going to say now, for you anti-Trumpers, you're probably going to get your beers and your wine and all that. Hey, we agree with that, and not listen to the message. That's what y'all usually do.
And the same thing for the anti or
and then for the anti-Trumpers, you're gonna get your water and your shotguns. Like, gosh darn it, here we go again.
But y'all ain't paying attention to the message.
So hear it out.
I want niggas to know. And Trump said it himself literally like a day ago. Or it might have been today. The nigga was like, I ain't gonna lie, man. We got to win the midterms because if we don't win the midterms, they're going to impeach me.
You got to win the midterms because if we don't win the midterms, they'll find a reason to impeach me. I'll get impeached.
Let me tell people this. If we don't win the midterms this year, and this is also a call to action for all of the niggas that are in these seats who are still bullshitting with if Israel is Israel and if this is this. Let me tell y'all something. If we win this midterm, then we will at least be able to pick up the pieces within the next 10 to 15 years. Yeah. If we don't win this midterm, we're fucked for like 50 years. We're fucked for minimum like 50 years.
We gonna need to be liberated.
No. Like minimum.
You went fucking intervention of doom, nigga.
If we don't win this midterm, I want niggas to feel me when I say this. If we don't win this midterm, minimum 50 years is off.
And
we might as well cross it off.
Yeah. Bro, let's not get comfortable and let this precedent be forever. I'm not gonna lie. That's my thing. This is why, and I love that you mentioned the Israel thing and how niggas are pussyfooting around it. There are even Democrats who are pussyfooting around it. So we should be for this. It makes us look weak. You wanna know what's weak?
It makes us look weak. We should be for
we should do the Iraq, Afghanistan,
capturing they fucking president and they wife, killing 80 people. Yeah.
But
so
I missed that end part. Go ahead.
But my thing about it is like, again, I don't care what political side of the fence that you sit on. That group of young individuals
having a political conversation,
having a deep thought conversation and having supportive facts to back certain. It's like when we tell people all day, every day, know what you're talking about, right? And for them to have that type of dialogue amongst themselves
at their age,
unbelievable.
Although, like I said at the end, I did.
And both sides are looking at these midterms like it's a must win, right? Both sides really are looking at it like the Republicans must win, Democrats must win,
and now independent
looking to make an inch in there, right? So, and we've been saying this too. Fuck the president election. It's all about the midterms and
it's about
all
the
that.
local election.
Your local election,
because the president. I mean, yes, they are who everyone sees, right?
You want change? Start locally, and then midterms and all that.
We weren't going to mention this, but that's case in point. Look what's going on with the political climate in the Midwest. In the Midwest,
yeah, that's good.
Midwest, yeah, Midwest. What's going on? People are literally pointing at the White House and saying, "Y'all are allowing this to happen," right? When technically, the governor of the state signed bills that said the stuff that's happening is okay to happen. Like he's literally signed bills, and it's been shown that he signed these bills.
Let's go above his head. There's one in particular person that's in a position of power,
and I was glad to go there.
Should not really be fucking there, and this person is making a mockery of our whole fucking system.
Yeah, she's looking answer for.
Oh, you said she. I was saying that for a reason.
I'm not doing this them day stuff.
All right, this bitch needs to get the fuck out.
I'm not doing the them day.
She getting on my everlasting motherfucking nerve.
See,
I didn't like it when she got the position, and she's showing that she's really not qualified for this position. And then you're gonna sit back and blatantly lie. You and I had this conversation, bro, and we've had our differences, but this is something that this bitch.
It's
you lied to the American people.
You lied and then tried to cover the lie with another lie, to cover a lie with another lie, to the point where you just stopped talking and you went on to, well, so and so did this. You're not 8 years old. You're not a teenager. You're a grown adult in power. How you got that power? That's not the important part. The important part is you're still in power.
It really is, though. It kind of, to me, it is.
I mean, there's rumors of how she got the position.
She prayed for that position, bro.
Yeah, she got on her knees.
Yeah, she prayed. You understand what I'm saying? She prayed for that position.
So, but the whole thing is, you got answers. You got an answer for it now. I mean, plain and simple.
Do you think she needs to go and be charged?
For her well, here's the thing. With the freedom of speech, you actually can say anything. Now, the whole thing is she's defaming his character. So therefore, the family
civil suit.
I'm not gonna, again, we're not giving legal guidance. We're just saying the family needs to take things in their own, a cease and desist, put it that way. Start with that. And then whatever else needs to happen.
And that's the thing that pisses me off. You're going to defame this man's character. He has no record, not even a fucking parking violation. He's an ICU nurse for the VA. So he's helped serve our veterans.
Which they don't care about.
That pisses me off too. And that should piss you off too.
I'm leaving it alone because that's a there's a touchy subject.
You understand what I'm saying? That shit, like, you defamed a VA ICU nurse who's
I'll take myself out of the equation.
Does not have
I will take myself out of the equation. My father, my two brothers.
This man legally carried and had the permit for it. Was not brandishing his fucking weapon at all. And they killed this man like a dog in the streets.
Worse than a dog in the streets. They killed him like old Yeller. Took him. Didn't even take him out back.
Now, when this young group of individuals sit back and say, and they recognize the change of what needs to happen, that's where the hope they're seeing it. And in their eyes, they're like, we got to win the midterms. You understand what I'm saying?
Excuse his misreference for Afghanistan over Venezuela. So that I mean that's a very big
difference. The thought process.
But we understand that they were actually, if they want to keep it, as I say it plain, keep it plain. They are having a very good discussion and realizing of what needs to happen.
Correct. So, and I like seeing that.
I just hope more people are having that. Like we've seen 3 that there's hope for it, but
and the thing about it, I know that there are groups, cliques that's having those kind of conversations, right? But it's a special type of group of individuals that will help create. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's one thing about having the knowledge. And that's one thing about government that I haven't liked over years. And this is even before Trump. They've always tried to suppress the truth and make it go away.
Fluff it. They'll suppress it and fluff it.
Like it never fucking happened. Or it's a fictional tale.
They'll actually let it say that it happened, but then they will fluff it to the point where it's not that big of a deal.
Slavery wasn't that big of a deal.
See what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? But you want to make it go away. You want to act like, oh, they can't teach it in school. So if it's not taught in school, it never happened.
Look,
they don't
want to teach that.
Holocaust survivor just passed away, and now they're trying to make it seem like the Holocaust never happened.
I was gonna they had the Holocaust, right? And then with slavery, they tried to brush this on the table. Now, it's something I read. I didn't get to send it to you, and this was really, really interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
There was this young lady who works for. And what's funny, they made sure that you knew she was a Democrat.
Okay.
They made sure you knew.
And
she was
I don't
a Democrat.
like that. I'm really not liking that. Republican representative this or Democratic. Stop. They're a person.
But here's the thing. Now, here's the thing where it gets interesting.
You know what I mean?
We know it was, I think, Memorial Day weekend or something like that.
Of last year?
No, Veterans. It was Veterans Day. It was Veterans Day. That's what. Last year.
So last.
And she said, "I want to thank my great grandfather who served in the German Nazi."
She said that.
Yes. To prove if anybody can change, you can. I want to thank him for serving. So you know what happened, right? They went hard on her. I think MSNBC or somebody showed that, and the whole thing about it was people.
She's a Senate person or a Congresswoman.
Yeah, she works on the Democratic senator or something like that, and she's a registered Democrat. And no, not only that, and she was going to run for office.
So she's not in office. She works for somebody.
She worked for somebody, and she was going to run for office. Okay. So she was like she was working for a protege.
Okay.
Well, of course, they went in on her. Obviously, she didn't run. Obviously, she had to take the post down. And they, again, still wanted to interview over this. Here's the problem with all of this. It goes back to what you just cut me off for. Why do you have to mention she's a Democrat?
Out of everything,
out of everything I read.
I'm sorry. I can't even get it out. Oh shit, this is fucking hilarious to me.
I'm like,
well, out of everything you just said right now, the only thing you're going to talk about is her. Not the fact that her grandfather was a Nazi, right? Okay, and even if he was a Nazi,
which he was, she had the picture to prove it.
Okay,
the bad thing about it, she posted him in his uniform.
Oh my god!
While he was in a black and white photo.
So out of everything that this person could be dragged for, they're dragging her because she's a Democrat.
Yeah, that's the type of world we're in now. That's the type of world we're in.
The fucking hypocrisy.
I say that to say this. I don't care if you're Democrat. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're independent. I don't care who you vote for. Number one, I like to say my faith, my social media, you can post what the heck you want. If I'm going to respond to it, I'm going to respond to it. If not, I'm not. I can delete it too. But 9 times out of 10, I'm going to let everybody see your foolishness. Because again, it's freedom of speech. I totally believe in it. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I'm not going to think any different of you, who you are, who you voted for, or anything like that. Because what makes us Americans is the fact we can think independently. That's part of being an American. We can state what we want independently. Now, freedom of speech has an asterisk next to it. You know what that is? You can say anything you want.
But you're going to fuck around and find out.
But be careful of the demographic you pointed towards.
Democratic or
demographic?
Oh,
you
okay.
pointed towards.
I thought you said Democrat. I was still on that shit.
But
no, but he's being real. Like, I've always said this, and I've always raised my kids. And when I say this, there's always the consequence to everything that you say and do, whether it's good, whether it's bad. There's always a consequence. And everybody hates that word, consequence. I don't think that's a bad word.
That's such a bad word.
I don't think it, because the reality is it could go both ways, right? Positive or negative, right? My thing about it is this. You got the right to say whatever the fuck you want to say, right? But there's also a law that talks about verbal abuse or verbal assault. And I do have a right to defend myself. So say what you want. Just don't be surprised of the reaction. I mean,
and don't go it's not even Karen anymore. What's the new one now? They changed the Gen Z changed from Karen to something, I think Michelle or something. There's no longer Karens.
I got a name in mind, but I'm not going to name it.
I have to look it up, but it's like no longer Karens and Kens or whatever.
Mind, but if I create that name, that's going to cause a problem. Anyway, going on to the next video. So, FYI, this is a little bit of a longer snippet, but this is actually coming just as much as we was talking about with the first video in regards to if that perspective came from a white person, right? I'm going to give you a perspective from a white person. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Why you gotta laugh like?
Donald Trump's not the problem. MAGA's not the problem. ICE isn't even the problem. They're all symptoms. I mean, ICE is a imminent problem. They're an invading force in multiple cities and states, and they are literally a weaponized version of the Klan that is state-sponsored and has endless amount of money for some reason. But even if all three of those went away today, we would still have the problem. And the problem is this. White people who look like you and me, we've allowed white supremacy to flourish in this country for generations and generations and generations, so long that people don't even recognize it, myself included sometimes, right? I had a moment just last weekend or just earlier this week in New Orleans where I was speaking with a guy on a trolley who grew up there. And he's like, well, you're from the South, right? I grew up in North Carolina. That is the South. You might want to fight me on that. It's not the deep South. He said, you know why everyone's so polite here? And I was like, I don't. And he was like, well, we had to be. He was like, everyone had to be polite to each other, especially black people to white people, because if we didn't address them properly, we would get killed. I make U.S. history content, and I didn't even think about that. I grew up in the South, and I didn't even think about that. That's how normalized every day white supremacy is in our country. And if the white people in this country don't decide that they're going to extricate the cancer that is white supremacy from themselves, from their homes, from their communities, from everything that they are surrounded with, we will be right back in this position 5 years from now, 10 years from now, however long it takes for the cycle to regenerate, because it will happen. Trump's not the problem. MAGA's not the problem. ICE isn't the problem. It's white supremacy. It's been white supremacy. It will be white supremacy. It's always been that. And if we don't work towards it to fix it now, then when? Oh, and by the way, if you're a white person watching this, guarantee you, when we get rid of white supremacy and the systemic white supremacy that kills people every day, every single one of us will be healthier. We'll all be wealthier. We'll have better access to food. We could even have walkable cities. We could have walkable cities, but that's white supremacy. In action, right? The way we've designed our cities is white supremacy in action. So just think about where you want this country to be in 5 or 10 years. Think about how loud you want to be. You will lose people. That's okay. We'll have each other. Let's go for it.
I couldn't say anything better.
I can say one more thing about that. It's not just about white supremacy because we suppress ourselves.
We do. But a part of that comes from the mentality, but it's under the umbrella.
Right. It's all about that.
You know what I mean?
It's that yes, boss, no boss.
Correct. Correct.
Now, and what I say about that is, to first understand what she's saying. First, you must love yourself. I'm going to say that first. You must love yourself first. That's important. What do I mean by that? If you don't love yourself, you can't accomplish what needs to be done.
And you have to know the truth too, and not what's being told to you.
No, and what I mean by that is because when people say abolish white supremacy, this, that, and the other, a lot of people, they don't give you the tools. They don't supply you with any tools or anything or any guidance on how to do that. It goes back to that. First, I'm not white. So I can't.
First of all, in order to eliminate white supremacy, it starts with the white people too. First.
That's why I said you love yourself. You have to love yourself. Now,
as a black person, there's nothing we can do about it.
Oh, well, no. There's nothing
outside the extreme.
There you go. There's stuff that can be done, but the stuff that can be done is not going to accomplish what
exactly
what
outside of the extreme. Because I mean, we could eradicate that white supremacy, but they don't like how we do it, and it doesn't make it right either. But but even when she says this, I pose a question to you that my big brother posed a question to me. Now that we see what's going on in society, and I'm going to point it, I try to stay away from it. But with this ICE shit that's going on right now, and now they're starting to kill their own, are we going to start doing what's right? Or are we going to start doing what's white? And for her as a white woman to sit back and say, partially in theory, what we've been saying for years, and it got shit to do with Trump.
We've been saying
I've been like this past year, I've honestly said this shit is beyond Trump. But however, it's under his watch, and he put certain people in place that he had no business putting in place. For one, the bitch that we won't name business.
Every time someone says, and this is what I want to say, and I say this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, like she just said, it's not a Trump problem.
It's not. It's not a MAGA problem either.
No, it's right. It's not a MAGA problem. It goes back to the white supremacy.
Correct.
Now, here's the thing.
Jim Crow laws and all that shit.
Bingo. Now, here's the thing you got to understand. It's talking about who we put in power. You can go back a few years and look at all these presidents. They've done dumb stuff, putting people in power.
And just so y'all know, y'all Democrats, y'all been systemically brainwashed to be Democrats, not knowing that Democrats was the first party that enacted slavery and wanted to keep it. They didn't even want to abolish it. The Republican Party was the one party that wanted to.
And there was no party switching. I don't know why people still. Here's the thing. I hate to say this, and I didn't believe it but when I start listening and start reading myself, I'm like, wow, this is right. There was a phrase that I heard, and it made me so mad one time that I had to walk away. They said, if you want black people to be misled, put it in writing, because they'll never read it.
They'll never read it. And it's the truth. How many motherfucking contracts do motherfuckers get? Whether it's a lease agreement, who reads that shit? I do. I'm just saying,
I'm just talking about, and I'm just talking about in general. If there's books out there for you to go and get and read that people just, I don't want to read that.
As we've talked about this too. I love this comment. For me, the root of the problem is too many people running around identifying themselves as a crayon color.
I should go get my Crayola set right now.
And
no, let me let me finish.
No,
Because they have something. They have a flesh tone set now.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, they do.
Fuck out of here.
I'll go right
Racist motherfuckers.
I'll be right back.
Oh, that's some racist shit. That's some racist shit. And we've been saying that colorism is a classification, at least in this corporation that they call the United States. But hey, nobody wants to listen to me. This man said they have a Crayola set that has a set of flesh style colors. I actually want to see this. I'm curious to see this. He actually went to go get it. I'm a little bit curious to see this. Are people who have no knowledge of self will behave accordingly? Yeah. Are people who have the knowledge, right? But they won't. Oh, he colored pencils.
What did it say? Colors of the world.
Colors of the world, colored pencils.
On the side, it tells you all the colors, what they are on the side.
Almond, golden, deep rose, deep almond, very deep almond.
But here's my question: do you see anything on there that remotely says black?
I don't even see shit that says white or Mexican on there.
Look on the other side. Just to make sure. Is there anything on there that says black, white, Mexican, or anything? Chinese, Asian, anything?
I don't see shit that says Oriental or nothing. It says flesh tone. That's what it says. And if everybody paid attention to everybody's flesh, it's kind of similar. Just a little, the pigmentation is a little bit different.
Everybody's a different pigmentation.
You know what I mean? And for them to sit back and want to talk about white supremacy, let's be real. White people, y'all came from me. Y'all came from him. Y'all came from every other Asiatic black man that ever graced this planet. You came from our nuts. So for you to want to sit back and say white supremacy this and white supremacy this, go shoot yourself. Because that's what you're doing. You're killing yourself. You kill us and kill you. Just remember that. Actually, I was supposed to say, hey, people, but...
Oh, I just got...
Oh, man.
But, so, and, you know, going back to, I don't know where you were going with that, but my biggest thing is...
People are not, where I was going with, I'm sorry, where I was going with that is outside of the black community. The black community is the only one that I see that identifies as black on a resume or African American. But everybody else, even in the Korean community, they don't call themselves Korean Americans. They're Korean. You understand what I'm saying? They are their ethnicity.
But see, what the problem is?
Black doesn't have a classification. So that's why it's classified the way that it is. Y'all people need to start doing your research on your roots. Y'all would know that we are Moors. Pocky didn't believe me until I started giving him some reading material. Then he started going and looking at your mom's stuff and everything like that. And he was like, this shit makes sense. Now, the classification.
When did I say that? I've never said that.
No, you didn't. You didn't. You always knew you was a Moor because of your mom. But you was just waiting for somebody else to come out and sit back and identify that too. You always knew black was a classification and was some bullshit.
Everybody, here's the thing. Here's what I want Black America to understand, right?
You are not black.
No, not. I'm only gonna say that. One, don't get mad when your favorite artist comes out and says, "I don't identify as black. I'm South African. I don't identify as this. I'm Australian." You get all in your feelings. Well, your skin color is the same thing as mine.
I love Trevor Noah. Okay. I fell in love with Trevor Noah with that whole fucking controversy he went through when he took over the Daily Show that first year, and everybody, he was all like, "Nah, I want to let her," because he had a segment because everybody was trying to put him in. Yeah, he's like, "I'm not black. I am African. My roots are from Africa. I know who I am. Granted, I don't go through the same struggles that you guys go through here. However, I I'm here to educate you. And this dude is funny. He is smart. He is educated, and I can literally see myself having a conversation with that man. Not just the conversation, you know what I mean, and get knowledge and get inspired, and you know what I mean. We can have that dialogue, right? Some people are too wrapped up in their nuts to even want to talk about shit like that.
No, so many people are wrapped up in pride that was passed down to them from generational suppression, generational curses.
It's funny that you say that. I have a question for family members or for families of family members that fought in the Civil War. How would your great-great-granddaddy feel right now with everything that's going on either side?
That's a great question. Like, I would really like. Actually, here's the one.
What you're doing right now for what? Like when the Confederates, and there's parts of when the Confederacy happened, it's like, all right, don't necessarily agree with it, but it kind of makes sense as far as anti-government type shit, right? And that's all the Confederate stood for, outside of other shit, right?
Why did you post that? Why did you bring that one up? Free your mind and the rest will follow. This man putting quotes out there.
I'm just saying though, like in the generation of what today's climate is in now versus when the Civil War happened. Both sides, right? Because there's really nothing new under the sun. Just time changes, right? So therefore, I wonder how people's great-great-granddaddies would feel if they were in today's society seeing what the fuck's going on, knowing what the fuck they were trying to fight for. Confederate or liberal. You see what I'm saying? Like, would they like what's happening right now? Or would they sit back and be all like, this is not what I foresaw or thought that would happen or take place from this? You see what I'm trying to say?
Well, the Confederates will probably be a little bit on the happy side that all these black people are being killed.
Okay.
No, on the other way, they're probably like, this is not what we expected to happen. Right. You're right. On the North, yeah, they weren't. No, the Republic, no, they would not have liked this.
Now, that being said, with the Civil War, and that's why I said now, because from the Civil War to where we are now, let's throw in the immigration stuff, right? And from everything that immigrants has done, including slavery, immigrants, from landscaping, building houses, farmlands, everything else like that, right? That transparency that's happened over the course of time. You really still think that they would be happy with what's going on right now, thinking that this is what they fought for all the way back then?
What are you talking about?
Look, from Civil War, either side. Pick a side. I don't care.
Again, it goes back to what I just said. The South will be happy because black people are being murdered.
Even though they ain't got nobody to work for them. And like, it's beyond black at that point. The blacks and the Mexicans would have been murdered based off their shit, right?
The whole thing is they would have been still categorized under the same branch of being colored.
Okay. Yeah, okay. True.
So the fact that they're all being murdered, all being, disbanded,
Even though they ain't got nobody to build their houses, work their land, and all that.
You have to remember, they could have done that themselves.
But they chose not to.
No, they chose to get cheap labor, which is the same thing that's going on right now.
No, and I'm glad that you mentioned that because, like, honestly, this shit that I think about sometimes, and it's like, look, yeah, and I can see, okay, from the aspect, okay, if the South won, where would we be at?
We would still be in slavery. I mean, I'm trying to understand,
worse than what we are right now?
I'm trying to think, how do we go from the lady that was talking about getting white supremacy to now you're talking about the Civil War and slavery?
And even with white supremacy, let's go way even back to further than what's been dated. The
Not
wheels
even.
on the bus go round. No, Lord. All right, yeah. It's time for him to eat. I just think about shit like that, like from past times of what was said and what was precedented at that time has led us to shit of where we're at right now, right? And it's like you always think about that time machine, like what if I went back in time and I changed this one thing in history, right? What would have happened from there? You know what I mean? And I keep telling people we are living history right now.
We're living something.
That is very true.
We're living something.
That's very.
I'm gonna leave it like that.
Yeah,
because
I mean,
my thing is this. Like, it goes back, like I've said about that. I've seen people that have their own opinions, right, on their social medias, and then they get mad when people don't agree. Well, you know what? Who did you vote for? Why does that even matter who I voted for? Because I don't agree with you. Like, how do you gather that? Where did you get that from? Well, if you voted for so and so, you're not my friend. I'm going to look at you differently. What?
Go ahead.
Because we have a difference of opinion.
Go ahead.
That's the basis of life. Do you want somebody that's just like you all the time? That would be kind of boring, I would think.
That would be kind of weird.
Like, oh, you like this? Oh, I like that too. You like this? Oh, you like that? I like that too. When it comes to a meal, you guys are gonna have the same thing.
No, that's fucking weird to me.
So that's weird. So that means if I want to sample, why am I going to sample what you have if I got the same thing?
No, that's fucking weird to me. I'm good. No. Opposites attract. I'm just saying that's the same, right? Isn't that the same?
I mean, that's last time I heard.
Okay. Well, until next week, folks. I know we tried. I said we wasn't going to do political, serious type shit, but this had to be talked about, right? Send in your thoughts. Also, send us videos that y'all might think is funny or interesting to talk to. Just send us videos.
What the heck? Oh, window liquors. I'm looking at liquors. I'm like, talking about drinks? Come on.
Oh yeah, we can't be window liquors. All right, until next week, folks. We love you, and we'll talk to you and see you.
Do me a favor. If everyone can just
do
you quit with the dumb shit.
You said do you a favor.
Listen, if everyone can just reach out to each other.
Check in.
No, I'm not saying check in. When I'm saying reach out to each other. What I mean by that, to end this craziness, y'all got to take a stand and look each other in the face.
Describe what you mean by craziness.
What's going on in the political climate, the climate at all. To end it, y'all have to look each other in the face and say enough is enough.
And deal with it heads on. Because everybody is rage baiting everybody, and it's not fixing nothing.
Because I see this all, and it's like I stopped going on my social. Remember, I stopped going on social media for a long time. Like, I can't deal with this. I don't even want to deal with it. He would send me something. He's like, "You get it?" I probably did. I didn't look at it yet. I'll look at it when I finally log on. Now it's to the point like I'm getting back to it. I'm getting back to the swing of things. I'm looking like, you mother.
The same old shit.
I have friends that won't be friends because of you voted for Trump. Oh my God, that means you do. Who the hell cares who you voted for? You voted for change. Look at what the opposition was. You really didn't have an opposition, did you? No, that person was given a position to. You know what? I'm not going to go there. Reach out to each other. Be kind. Be nice. Be aware and be safe.
Are you a business owner or someone looking for more ways and avenues to advertise and promote? Look no further. Contact us today for an advertisement. Email PD&J Media Productions LLC at gmail.com for more info. Promotions are everything. What are you waiting for?